Good morning. Today we're going to talk about being on KCPT during their Antiques Roadshow pledge drive on Monday night. We're going to talk about the auction we had closed, the auction we had go online, and a phenomenal consignment that came in this week on Behind the Gavel with Jason. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason Mosky, the owner of the KC Auction and Appraisal Company here in Kansas City, Missouri. Let me go ahead and share this on my page. Still share this post. Excellent. So this week we had a really exciting week here in Kansas City. On Sunday it snowed. We actually had our first snow of more than 3 inches in almost 5 years. We got about 5 inches here in Kansas City, downtown proper. That was on Sunday. On Saturday, real quick, Amy, who many of you know here in Kansas City, who's worked for us for about 12 years, since almost day one, she got married to a wonderful young man named Chris and went to their wedding at her house. It was a beautiful sunny afternoon, 65 degrees or so here in Kansas City. And so it was great to be a part of that with Amy. And having that followed up by the storm on Sunday, which was it's always kind of fun. I like watching snow. I'm from Minnesota. That brings us to Monday when we were on KCPT during the Antiques Roadshow. They used that for a pledge drive. In April, we are doing Kansas City and us are hosting a fine art and antique appraisal fair here in Kansas City at the El Torreon Ballroom and Event Space right in Midtown. Really excited about that. This is the 5th or 6th one we've done with KCPT, and it's always a good time. We always see really amazing things, and we're really thankful that people support the station so much. To pledge their support to the station as a thank you gift, they get tickets to that event. And so that's what we did on Monday night at KCPT. And we had a great response. The phones were ringing all night long. And I want to tell you, we had 24 donors in less than 90 minutes, which was spectacular. And almost $9,000 were donated during that time frame. Everything from people just donating $10 or $20 up to we had 5 people actually pledge. I think a 6th one is in the works for an in-home evaluation at the producer level for the station, which is $1,200. Which is just spectacular for the station. They do so much. One of the reasons that we do this with KCPT is we support what they do. Their mission, rating right off of the website, is to educate and enrich our community with quality programming and services that entertain, challenge minds, and contribute to a life of learning. And I think that is so important. KCPT does so many great things in town. They have a great educational program where they reach out to schools and children, especially in areas of town that don't have the best resources, and provide so much as far as books, as far as classroom learning, as far as internet pieces. And so they really do take their responsibility as Kansas City's public television station very seriously. I've known Cliff Keel for many, many years. We were members of the Downtown Rotary Club together for a while. Like I said, we've done work with KCPT for about 10 years now, 9 years. I think it was about the first time that we did something specifically with KCPT, and we really enjoy working with them. Truly appreciate the trust they put into us to help them with this and stand behind their platform. Also on that night, I'm a member of the Waldo Brookside Rotary Club here in Kansas City. A shout out to all my friends from that. And the Waldo Brookside Rotary Club manned the phones. They answered the phones during pledge drive all night long, not just during the road show, but afterwards they had a Michael Bublé concert. During the entirety of the evening, there was 56 donors call in and over $16,000 raised for the station, which we're so thankful again for your support. And I know they had more online. If you're curious to see the road show or the pledge drive that I was a part of, I was on the air for, they're going to start rebroadcasting those next Monday, December 3rd. During the roadshow slot, I'll be watching at home to see what I look like. And I will tell you from being there, the first break was okay. The second and third break, I thought we covered some really interesting ground and shared a lot of information that we get questions all the time about in regards to the roadshow, in regards to appraisals, in regards to how to best set up what you have to do going forward in the estate liquidation process and evaluating your antiques, artwork, and collectibles. So I think we did a lot of really fun things and saw a lot of really interesting pieces along the way. So that was on Monday night. What else could top that? Well, Tuesday night we had the Linister auction close, and that went extremely well. If you're watching, thank you so much for doing so. Go ahead and post questions here. Drop us a private message give us a phone call or email. I'll give you that information at the end of the broadcast. But Tuesday night we had the Linister auction, which was greatly received. He was a Kansas City artist. He had spent time early in his career before 1969 in Chicago. But we had people all over the country bidding on that auction. We shipped out pieces all over the country as well. For a local artist who was not terribly well known, we had some really strong support in bidding on several of the paintings in the auction, and we were really excited about that. Wednesday, we published the Sabatez Oak Street Mansion Collection auction online. Roland and Marcia Sabatez here in Kansas City put together a spectacular collection. In fact, it got so large they bought a hotel to house it. They actually bought an old mansion right by Kansas City Art Institute and by the Nelson Atkins Art Museum, the Kemper Museum of Modern Art here in Kansas City. Renovated it, turned it into the Oak Street Mansion, Kansas City's art hotel, as a place to display their artwork and make some money because they're business people. After many years of doing that, they decided it was time to sell that property, and they did so. They honored us, humbled us, choosing us to sell their collection at auction. The parts they're selling, they're still alive and still collecting, very active in the arts community. Roland has a show has put together a show for Ross Brocht that is up at the Kemper Albrecht Museum of Art in St. Joseph right now. He's working on an African show for next year, the African art show that will be next year at the Kemper Albrecht as well. He's written a couple of books that we have featured on the website in the auction. But that auction went live this week, and we're really excited about it. Some just wonderful Kansas City pieces, George Van Millet and Rod Coffred and Hamill and Kraft and Charles Wilimowski, whose work is amazing. That has not much been known about him historically. So we're really excited about that auction, getting great response already. And then people picking up their pieces from the Linister auction this week has been a lot of fun because a lot of these people knew Linister through his life, and we're happy to buy a few pieces and support the family going forward and enhance their collections. And so it's been a great week as far as that's concerned. We also had a bucket list item happen for the company this week. We had a really wonderful Tiffany table lamp consigned for our January auction. A nice little collection of Tiffany that we're excited to offer in January, along with a great collection of Native American jewelry, some Danish and European type pieces. Hey, Laura, thanks for watching. Appreciate you tuning in today. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them here, but hit the like and share button. Let your friends know you're watching. But so we've had a great, we're really gearing up towards January with some great pieces. That Tiffany collection is just, the Acorn leaded glass lamp is really, really wonderful and in beautiful condition from a collection that was put together in the 60s and 70s that we were really excited to get the phone call about and work with that family to start selling some of their collection over the next little while. And we're coming up on Christmas and the holidays, and 2019 is right around the corner. So thank you all for the great support we've had in 2018. We've had just a spectacular year here. We've sold over 900 paintings, 2,000 pieces of artwork, and we're starting to put together some end of year numbers that are kind of astonishing to us. And I think you'll be impressed by them, or at least interested in hearing them in a couple of weeks. We're probably going to put together a really nice little video package to have here on Facebook and our website to talk about what 2018 looked like for us, some of the things that we did, and what 2019 is going to bring for us as well. We're doing some pretty interesting things with the media, with our social media accounts, with just a whole cast of things that we're really starting to put in place for next year that I think is really going to be exciting to watch and be a part of. And I want to thank you all for doing that for us. So real quick, just to kind of recap, Monday night, KCPT, over $16,000 was raised during Pledge Drive on Monday night during Antiques Roadshow, Michael Bublé. Again, thank you to the Waldo Brookside Rotary Club, my fellow members, for answering the phones and supporting the broadcast that evening. I know several of our members were watching and some pledged. We really do appreciate that. The station does for sure. Tuesday, we had a great auction close. Wednesday, we had a great auction go online, and we're gearing up towards January already. So with all that being said, it's kind of a quick week here at the KC Auction Company. we're going to go ahead and sign off in just a second. If you're watching this, you post questions, comments here. We'll be happy to respond to them. We see these, they stay in our feed forever. I'm going to share this to our YouTube page. If you have questions, comments, or concerns about anything we talked about today or going forward, you have thoughts, questions for the weekly questioner about personal items, you can always give us a call at 816-283-3633. Send us an email at info@kcauctioncompany.com. Or you can always go to our website, kcauctioncompany.com. We have frequently asked questions. We have calendar of events. We have all kinds of information there for you to peruse if you have that inclination. Otherwise, have a great weekend. We will talk to you next Friday. And if you have any questions, let us know.